New Thought Media Network proudly presents the Global Heart of Peace's Peace Party. Celebrate the many paths to peace. Explore an exciting life of peace. Embody joyous peace. Come to our weekly Peace Party, Mondays at 5 p.m. Mountain Time. Only on New Thought Media Network. www.ntmedia.org.
Why, hello there, and welcome to the Peace Party, brought to you by the Global Heart of Peace Initiative. Hello again, and my name is Bonnie Gonzalez, and I am a grief coach. I am a certified grief educator, a religious science practitioner, a registered nurse, and a licensed soul collage facilitator. But you know, the most important I am is that I am a human being with you right here on this planet with a heart that is desiring peace. So with that said, now that you know who I am, we're here to celebrate the many aspects of peace and explore how exciting a life full of peace and joy can be. Today, I will be talking about a touchstone for peace. Yes, talking about you making your own personal touchstone of grief. And you're aware that we're all living in such turbulent times, and not just in the US or here in Mexico, but throughout the world. There is so much turbulence, so much violence, and so the world is just crying out for peace. And that is why I'm excited to be here to let you know that there's a way that you can be at peace. I love that saying that world peace begins with each one of us individually being at peace. So I want to share with you some of the ways that I maintain my own inner peace so that I can radiate a peaceful essence when I go out into the world. And our work is our work to do. And so just wanted to share with you one way, just one way that you can align with peace. And I'm going to show you, maybe I'll tell you first before I show you, my go-to method of finding peace is I use a process called soul collage. And soul collage was created by psychotherapists who just used images. She found that even with years of talk therapy with her clients, if she introduced images and allowed them to choose images that spoke to them, that they made so much more progress in a shorter amount of time, because images have a way of evoking within us words and feelings maybe that we could not name or put a name or face to. When we look at an image, just think about maybe if you saw an image of a bird, the first thing that may come to your mind is, oh, freedom, a lightness of spirit, cheerfulness. There's a hummingbird that flies around my yard all the time, and I keep remembering, oh, yes, people say that hummingbirds bring about joy or are a sign of joy. So that's what I'm inviting you to do, is to use images. And as in soul collage, it's just really easy. The only thing you need are what they call the 3 magical eyes: imagination, intuition, and images. That's the only thing you need to make a soul collage card. So let me show you some of my cards that I have used to help me remember and to be at peace. And before I say any further, I wanted to say, just in case somebody doesn't know, Bonnie, what is a touchstone? A touchstone is something that returns us to feeling grounded, reassured, or to trust. It's also a reference point for our heart, mind, or spirit. Physically, Physically, a touchstone can just be an object. It could be a ring, it could be a picture, it could be a stone or keepsake that you hold when you need steadiness. A touchstone is what brings us back to what is real, what is steady, and what is true. When emotions, stress, or circumstances pull us away from ourselves. So, my first one is to just show you my touchstone when I want to remember at my very core, I am at peace. And I'm going to show you my beautiful card, have to take away the beautiful background. So let me just take that away so that you can see the card and that you won't be distracted by all the tearing that's happening. So here's the first card. This is Bonnie at her most peaceful, resting in meditation, resting in the arms of the divine, opening to receive guidance from the divine. That is my touchstone, to remind me that at my very core, I am at peace. And let me show you one other one that I have been calling on lately. And this one, I say, is to remind me that though there's so much going on in the news, going on in the world, so much violence that we hear about. But even in the midst of that, I can be at peace. I can find peace within me. That is my goal. When I hear of atrocities going on, to breathe and find that stillness within. Yeah. And here's another one of what I call just when I see, I hope you can see that. When Buddhism really talks about compassion for the world. This is what this card does for me, holding compassion for the world. And let me show you my little piece de resistance for world peace. When I think of world peace and what world peace looks like and feels like to me. And can you see these joyous children? Children are just so innocent. They're born in a loving state of joy. And I hope that you can see there's doves of peace flying around them as they're all playing together. And then there's some images there in the background of people holding hands. And that's what I imagine for the world, that all of us in the world are all holding hands, creating a circle around the earth. I call it a hug, creating that human hug around the world. And I know that is my prayer. And I know when I look at this card that peace is possible, that peace is not just an idea that's fleeting. Peace is possible. And with this card, I feel the reality of peace. And let me show you one last sweet little card that I just love. Can you see this little girl? She is just amazed at the beauty and peacefulness of life. And this image came from a magazine, from an organization called Make-A-Wish, and they grant wishes to dying children. And this little girl always wanted to see a ballerina. And they brought a ballerina into the room that she was in. And the ballerina came in dancing on point. And this little girl was just blown away with the beauty, she was blown away by having her dream come true. And that's what I want you to hold about world peace. Hold the image of this little girl being in awe and wonder of, yes, peace is here. It's like, it's beautiful. My prayers have been answered. So just wanted you to see those cute little, the children that are dancing for peace, the little girl who is in awe that peace has arrived. Let that be a touchstone for you in this moment that you're sharing it with me. So I wanted to just kind of instruct you a little bit on what to do if you would like to use images to help you have that touchstone that helps you, that brings you to find the image that you desire. So here's what I want you to do, though. I want you to take one hand, put it on your heart, one hand and put it on your tummy, right above your belly button, right over your belly button. And just connect in this moment. Just breathe into your body and just connect mind and body and spirit. And I want you to hold in your mind's eye, what does world peace look like to you? What does world peace smell like to you? What does world peace even taste like? What does world peace sound like? Does it have a sound? Is there a warm breeze blowing across your skin? I want you to just really feel into what does peace mean to you? Visually paint a picture so clear that you could step into it right this moment. And just hold that image, hold that in your mind's eye. It's the same as when we're doing visioning, following the visioning process to manifest our dreams, our hopes, our prayers. Just breathe into that for a minute. After you do that and you find within you what you feel that world peace is, take some magazines and just start looking for images that speak to you. It's like, yeah, here's a picture of nature. That's what world peace means to me. Or maybe just when I'm at peace, I am where? At the beach. I am in the forest. I am on a wild ride at the amusement park, if that does it for you. Whatever image comes to mind, just start looking through magazines. Just look for pictures that bring that sense of peace and calm to you. And tear the image out. And you can just use a small piece of paper, but I would recommend like cardboard or something that's really sturdy so that you can prop it up and that it will hold, that it will stay in place. And, do that. Take a couple images. Sometimes we need different things to bring us to that state of peace. Like I said, sometimes it's my Buddha that does it. The Buddha's getting lost in the flowers. There you go. He's holding steady there. So just make small cards. Small cards that you can leave in different places. Maybe my children live on my refrigerator because then I can see it all the time. I can see them all the time. My meditative me stays in my bedroom. She feels very sacred. And I feel safe and protected with her in the bedroom. This one, I put beside the television if I'm watching the news so that I can remember to breathe and stay calm within and not get carried away with all of the images that are going on the television. So I want you to have fun with it. I want you to have fun with your touchstone. As I said, for me, it's images. Maybe it's not images for you. As I said, maybe it's having a little button that you rub in your pocket when you're feeling stressed. Or maybe it's another picture that you look at. Maybe it's just something that you made when, you were at an event or an activity and they had you participate and make an item. Do that, but do it for yourself. You are so worthy of being at peace during these peaceful times, remembering that peace starts within. So find what works for you. You're so worthy of that. And I thank you for indulging me with this. And I just want to close my segment here with a very famous peace prayer. And it's the peace prayer of St. Francis. Put your hand over your heart. Make this prayer personal. Make this your prayer. Feel into it in this moment. Just feel into this prayer. And it's the peace prayer of St. Francis. Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Where there is hatred, let me sow love. Where there is injury, pardon. Where there is doubt, faith. Where there is despair, hope. Where there is darkness, light. And where there is sadness, joy. O divine Holy Spirit, grant that I may not seek to be consoled as to console, to be understood as to be understanding, to be loved as to love. For it is in the giving and the receiving, it is in the pardoning that we are pardoned. It is in the dying that we are born to eternal life. So I love that. Lord, make me the instrument of thy peace. And I just thank you so much for joining us here today for this beautiful program that's being honored. And please come back next week. We have a beautiful guest. Aldo Nuez will be here speaking on another delightful, joyful, educational talk on peace. Thank you, and may you live your life filled with peace. Thank you. And